Um, Hello guys. So today we are going to talk about balancing of Warno. I'm sure it's a very exciting topic. Yeah, lately I watched this video of Hippie, and he's basically talking about like why Pact is superior in team fights, and yeah, he makes some pretty good points, but I think he does not explain in detail what's the core problem of the game and why it's so hard to balance the Pact faction and the NATO faction. So yeah, I'm gonna explain it to you and try to bring my. I mean, he says nothing wrong in his video, but I just want to add some things, and I want to give some solutions on how to fix those problems. So yeah, basically, um, the Soviet divisions, all the Soviet divisions are very specialized, and some of those NATO ones are some more all-arounder divisions, and the problem is Eugen is not they're not balancing by the amount, like how good a vehicle is, or like for example T-70. I think it's a pretty shit tank. It's like a conscript tank, uh, but here in Warno it's like best tank in the world. Like they don't balance the equipment, like they balance the divisions, and that's like the core problem which they have. And I can show you some examples. Like, so the Soviet divisions have a lot of weaknesses, and they have to make up for it with very good specialized equipment. So maybe for what's a good example? I mean, 25th is like I think a very good example, because you get where is it? Um, so yeah, this tank. I mean, it's honestly the most broken tank in the whole game. I think you get 6 in a card. So it's a T60, T64. It's like a pretty old tank, and now we compare it to something like um, yeah, the Challenger Mark III. It's it, I mean, in real life, there's no, that's the wrong tank. Uh, um, was it a chieftain I wanted to talk about? Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't matter. This tank is like fucking insane. So you, you I mean, it has the same pen. Of course, the Challenger has more pen, the same range, but the armor of 16, and it's only 150 points compared to the Challenger's 260. I mean, I wanted to make the Challenger comparison with T80 later, but what was the other tank? I mean, just look at this. The T60 is and the Chieftain MK10 is the T64 is like basically a better tank for less price. You get, I think, you get even more. I don't know. Okay, you get the same damage at the the range of the T60, but I mean, you take this T60 every time, you get 30 points more. You get more top armor, which is really, really important for artillery battles, and you just get more armor. I mean, why shouldn't you take it? And you're even faster, and you have almost the same accuracy. And yeah, this can be applied to many more divisions. Like, for example, uh, here the reservist division. I mean, it has shit tanks, shit infantry. I mean, it's reservist infantry, so yeah. And you get no good helis and stuff. And this is why you get like some very OP cards. So in this div, we now have the TikTok fighter, the T10K. I mean, it's like the Su 34 the Su-34. I cannot speak English right now. So, Su-33. Also, this plane is like the best plane in this game, apart from the MiG-31. It's ridiculously good. I mean, having 3 different cards of uh, it's a shotgun fight against planes basically. So so it's basically a shotgun fighter against planes. Yeah, it's crazy. And you get the most cost efficient fighter in the game because you like have shit infantry, and you need to understand they need to do this in order so the division are balanced. Like Hippie said in his video, they need to do this because otherwise the Soviet divs are not viable. You would never play the Soviets, and this is why they give them like some divisions the very very good stuff. And maybe you can find some more examples. I mean, here 76 has no helicopters, for example, but therefore has like absurd good infantry. I mean, this is like the best infantry unit in the game, like straight up, because it's like a recon with SVD and Iglas. Okay, the rocket launcher is not so good, but you get the point, and you get the best aircraft in the game. So yeah, they're pretty much overpowered. And some more examples include like with the specialization, just so you know what I mean. When we take the where is it? Third Armored, which is like the creme de la creme of American armor, and we get the Abrams HA, which is like the best tank that the Americans get, and I get a lot of infantry for a tank division. Especially you get the Bradleys, which are like one of the best infantry fighting vehicles in the game. Like when you, I mean, it costs a lot of. I mean, that costs a lot of points. But yeah, they're definitely worth it. And you get 7 cards of infantry. Then, when we go to like the Soviet equivalent, which would be 109, you only get 5 cards of infantry, and you get no IFVs. I mean, you get the BMP-1, and it's if you compare this one to Bradley, it's like it's proper shit. I mean, I mean, the BMP-1s are good if you have if you like have them in numbers, but you get so little of them, it doesn't matter anymore. And naturally, the tanks have to like be better, therefore, and you get like the TA-DUD, which is like it's absolutely overpowered in this game, and especially in team games, this will destroy because it has the very good ATGM. Yeah, these are just some examples, and basically what I need to do to fix this is like to balance everything a bit more realistically, and it would like still make sense. So if you you need to change not to balance the divisions, but to balance the equipment, and then give them that much equipment so it's balanced. So for example, when we go back to the tanks, let's get T-72. Okay, this one's a bit too good. No, wait. T-80. T-80 BV. And Chieftain. Chieftain Mark III. I mean, it's the best tank in from the British side, and it has the better gun, but this is not realistic, not at all. So basically, the Challenger in real life would win, and the T80 is has way better infantry capability with the 2 machine guns and the higher caliber on the gun. It's also faster. It has the ATGM, and it has the same accuracy as the Challenger, which is absolutely stupid. So basically, it of course depends. Tank engagements depend on a lot of shit like the terrain and all of that. So, but generally the accuracy on the Challenger needs to be much higher. It's the electronic warfare, like the aiming systems, everything they got there, like the Challenger was technologically way more advanced, and it's like not. Um, you don't see it anywhere here. So the T80 is basically better tank, but it had way less stats in real life, and you like the reverse speed is this thing that bugs me the most because it's makes no sense. It made the T80s and T70. It made all Soviet tanks. Of course, I think the T70s were especially had especially bad reverse speed, but all of them suffered a lot from them. And here they that drive backwards as fast as they drive forwards, and this is yeah, not realistic at all. So when you see like this two next to each other, you could think like, oh yeah, the T80 is better than the Challenger, or they're the same. But in real life, definitely not. And I mean, when you have like a Challenger is like it costs um it costs one half. Um, a T80 costs a half of what a Challenger costs. It's like so the Challenger is a better tank, but the production cost of the T80 was like half of the price from the Challenger, which is a major difference. And this is like, I mean, I could go on and talk about Soviet doctrine and what they wanted to do, but I think this would be a bit too much. But basically, they had more numbers and they wanted to use those numbers. They had a lot of tanks and shit, and this kind of playstyle, like the playstyle of the Soviet doctrine, is not in place in this game, especially, and also not one of the NATO doctrine. It had something in mind because why there was not a lot of reverse speed in those tanks. I mean, it still make no sense because it would be like easy to add, but there was a reason why it was not the highest priority of those of the Soviet generals, because they wanted to have a big swarm of tanks that just could overrun and be on more places at the same time as NATO tanks. And why is this not the play style in this game? What is wrong with that? I mean, why do you have to buff those tanks so much? So you have a normally worse tank that is now as good as the better tank, but why don't you like make it realistic? And then it would also be better for the team games, which we will come to. So yeah, I basically want them to nerf the Soviet things, but also reduce their cost, so it is more. It's like not that much of a nerf. So it is realistic. They need to like overhaul a few things, but they will never do what I say because I don't know. I'm just randomly talking, and also they want to pump out more DLCs in case instead of fixing their game. So yeah, shit happens, and like then this is how to fix, and this will of course like because we were on his video, and his video was about multiplayer, and like in multiplayer, of course, um, you only have a small area of the map. You don't have you don't when you have a 1v1 map, it's pretty big. I mean, Black Forest is a shit big map, um, and you oftentimes also see the specialization, like airborne units will never go for the upper point, like the one in the mountains. I mean, look how big this map is. Let me just show it to you really quick. And yeah, basically we have nice open area here, and we have some more forested area here. And like airborne units will always go for that, and they will go for the down and something here. And armored units can go probably here, and will try to exploit this one. Like if you play like 119, you basically only go into this direction and ignore this part of the map completely, because the your div cannot do anything, which is totally fine. But in like 10v10 perspective, you only have a very small area of the map, and I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's 20. It's 2020. It's 20 versus 20. I mean, it's a pretty ass map. But generally, you will only fight about just one zone at a time. And the thing is, of course, then you can concentrate all your firepower on this zone. And of course, you're only going to fight where your division is the best. And so if you, for example, play 76, why? You're only going to fight in the forest because you have the best infantry, and you're going to support your oh my god, this voice crack. You're going to support your players with the best fighter in the game, and yeah, so on and so on. When you play 25th, you're gonna have your tanks. You're gonna play in the open. You're probably gonna buy all of them at the start. Put them next to a CV tank and just roll the enemy with this. Like this is gonna be an armored swarm, and yeah, so on and so on. So it's very, very specialized, and the Soviets have some specialized equipment which is buffed into oblivion, so they are competitive, because like the way of them balancing this game is shit, and they have to if when they balance like out the cost and the effectiveness of those units, there then it will be, you don't have these powerhouses like the what what is it? Yeah, you don't get these deflated prices or inflated stats if you're just balancing it by the numbers, and then you're just playing. It's more about your strategy in not buying the most OP item in your inventory. Like, yeah, and I mean in ranked, it's in 1v1 it's no problem because they're all balanced. But in 10v10 it's a huge problem, and this would be a solution in which you could. This would be a solution where it's still balanced for 1v1, but it's also balanced for 10v10. And yeah, this makes a lot of sense in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you think. And if I explained it good or bad or shit, I don't know. And yes, I think that's it for this video. Bye.